Hi guys, my name is Kim Louise. I wanted to talk about my trip to Israel and how it was for me religiously. So a little background on my faith. I was born in the Philippines, which is predominantly Catholic. Also in high school, I also went to a Catholic high school. So I've always had Catholic influence in my life with the values of my family, like in school, but I've never really took the initiative myself to like go to church, or it's still very distant to me, and I'm not reading the Bible or anything, but I've always had it throughout my life. Like I've always heard like the stories, and but I've never really took upon myself to read or really be invested in the faith. So when I came back from my trip, the most commonly asked questions, the question I got was, did you feel anything? Was there anything spiritual that happened to you, or anything like, in the Holy Church of Spirit Sheep, there's a hole where you can touch the rock where Jesus was crucified, and you can kneel down and have a prayer. It's very like sacred. When I got the chance, I kneeled down there and prayed. As I was down there, there was an overwhelming feeling of like energy that just kind of like that just went through me, and I got like a little bit emotional, and I prayed as hard as I could, as I've ever have prayed in my life. It was an indescribable feeling, and I feel like I would never forget that. There was other people that felt something, and of course there were people that didn't feel anything. They were expecting to feel something like that, and some of them just didn't get that experience. So I was very lucky to have had that experience by myself in Jerusalem. With that happening, I feel like for anybody else, I feel like that would have changed the way they viewed or like they practiced their faith, because something so like grand and holy has like something indescribable happened to me, and I feel like I could have taken the chance and like gone forth with that, but it was a good feeling, but it didn't really change me. I knew it happened for sure. It was a feeling that I could not describe, and it was a good feeling. Another question I get asked was, did it change the way you looked at other religion? For me, it didn't really change. It brought in my understanding of the religion of others in a sense, because I feel like in Jerusalem, they took religion very seriously. It's the holy place. I seen Jews and Muslims and how they dress according to their faith. Religion is really important to the people there in the Holy Land. And when you go to Israel and you're going to these holy places, it was very important to respect that, wear proper attire. Since going to Israel, my experience at Mass has definitely changed. When certain locations are being mentioned and talked about during Mass, it's a location where I've been at. I get really excited because it's like I can picture myself in the story in a sense, which makes it far more interesting. So we actually got to walk parts of the Stations of the Cross, and hearing the story from like way before and being there to actually like reflect upon like this is where it actually happened, like he actually walked through here, like having that moment was really it really put into perspective why Jerusalem is this holy land. Like this is where everything happened. If you are someone who's really who's thinking about going to Jerusalem, I said go for it. So I know that was all kind of like rambled, but I wanted it to be like authentic, and how I shared my experience my religious experience during my trip in Jerusalem and Israel. So if you have any more questions to ask me, please do so. You can comment down below or just send me just like a direct message on Facebook. So ew.